Yo, what's up, everybody? Amish Country Mets fan here, aka Nelson. Joined today by my buddy Angel. What's up, Angel?
What up? How y'all doing?
So, first things first. I think I'm gonna start every episode now with this question. Just tell me how you became a Mets fan.
Well, I mean, I guess my father. I mean, that's probably the first and foremost. Taking us to games at Shea Stadium, and just growing up. I mean, my first memory as a Met fan that I can remember was probably '88. I mean, I was mad little, like not. I was like 8 years old, but I still remember that heartbreak going to school and that the Mets lost to the Dodgers. I mean, that's how I saw my father. Number one.
Nice. So you grew up in New York.
Yeah. Oh, oh.
What part?
Enemy territory.
Oh, you grew up in the Bronx.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I lived in the Bronx for a bit. I grew up in Brooklyn.
Nice.
So I'm a little younger than you. My first team I remember is '93. So they were pretty bad.
No, it's crazy because that '90 season, like I remember '88, like that's my first memories. But the '90 season, I remember the most because when I was going to, we used to go to a lot of games. There was a big ass fight with the Reds and the Mets that we were there for. I believe that was '90, and then Davey Johnson was manager, and everybody was chanting, "Davey must go, Davey must go." So I
Wow.
remember the '90 season more than anything, but just the first memories was '88.
Yeah. So now when did you leave New York? Let's start with that.
Well, for the first time, was back in like shit, '03. I'd like to say '03, and then but I was in Jersey for a while, and then got this job opportunity out here. So probably I'd say, what are we in 2023? So about 17,
17.
16, 17 around there.
Are there a lot of Mets fans out your way or not?
Now the crazy part is right last year when I was in Chicago. We went to Chicago with me and my lady went for the doubleheader. I turned her into a Met fan. And then I mean she's not really a baseball fan, but she'll watch the Mets with me.
Yeah,
But
my wife's the same way.
yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, oh, you hit the ball. Yeah, you hit it. But my was last year we were in Wrigley, and Wrigley, I swear to God, it sounded like the Midwest City Field. It was that many Met fans there. And then in Milwaukee, when we went in September, it was another like the crowd was real sparse. It was crazy because they were jockeying for playoff position,
Mhm.
and they were going for the wild card, and then it was like no bullshit, like 90% fans, and it sounded like my guy was there. He's a Brewers fan, and he was like, "Yo, what the hell? Did y'all take over?"
Yeah,
So, but there's a few Met fans out, especially Chicago more than anywhere else because in Chicago you got a lot of transplant New Yorkers. So
yeah. Yeah, Mets fans travel pretty well in general, I think. I feel like I've been to see them away more than I have at home. I've only been to city like twice. So yeah, and every time I go, like Mets fans travel pretty well.
yeah. I was in city last time I was in city was last year. I went for the Dodger game when the Grom pitched, and then I went to the Nationals game when they lost. When Buck brought in his name slips my tongue. I know they were down 2-1, and then he brought him in, and just the gas can opened up. I forgot his name. Dominican cat. He was with the team last year.
Oh, Joely
No, it
Rodriguez?
wasn't Joely. I remember Joely. It was uh
Um, I feel like I know who you're talking about. I can't
Dodger
remember.
series. Dodger series. He locked it down with a save in
Oh,
LA.
oh
Uh,
man, his name is I don't know why his name is escaping me. I'm usually pretty good with this stuff, but
yeah,
yeah,
me
it's
too.
not. I
It's gonna
can't.
bother us till the end of
Yeah,
this.
it really is. I might have to Google it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. But what was the other thing I was gonna ask you? So you said Chicago, is the crowd hostile to Mets fans, like the Chicago fans or the Milwaukee fans?
Chicago is probably the most. See, the thing with Chicago is, right, if you go to a Sox game, you'll get more of the fans that are into the game. Like they're more they'll probably talk shit more to you. Chicago is the Cubs. Wrigley Field is a tourist attraction.
I was gonna say it's touristy,
So
yeah.
yes, so you get your diehards, and they were the ones that actually pointed it out that, oh my God, it sounds like New York, blah blah blah. And but nah, it was cool. Wrigley Field is pretty. If anybody ever get a chance to go to a game, and two places you go to as a baseball fan is probably Fenway Park and Wrigley Field, most definitely.
Yeah,
But Wrigley Field is cool as shit, man.
I gotta get out there. If you haven't been, I'll tell you what though, PNC, as far as a newer park, PNC Park is amazing.
Been there once.
It's pretty sweet. I love
Beautiful.
it.
I went for the whole Roberto Clemente thing, so
Nice, yeah. I love the statue there and the bridge and everything. It's pretty cool to walk across the bridge and go to the game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice out there.
It's a beautiful ballpark.
Yeah, I love the backdrop with the water and everything.
Yep.
So what was the next question? So you able to watch like on TV? Do you have a package, or how do you stay up with the?
I can't tell you my secrets.
Oh, you just stream? I got you. I know the tricks.
SNY, baby, SNY.
SNY, got you.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite Met of all time?
Damn. That's tough. As a kid, it was probably Darryl Strawberry, and then after Darryl, I'd say Greg Jeffries was there for a second, just because I was little, and he was the guy.
Yeah.
Beltran, most definitely. Beltran's up there. There's a few, man, and now, I mean,
I was gonna say, what about right now? Like who's your guy on this squad?
I don't really have a guy on this squad. I just it's Pete Lindor. Now with
my guy.
Yeah, now with the kids coming up, I love, because the Mets, like right now, they're so nice. They're just a team of nice guys, and they get hit and everybody, nothing happens. It just seems like to me like that the little bulldog that they have is Alvarez, and he's gonna be I think he's gonna be the one that just once he masters English, he's probably gonna be the guy that everybody's gonna look to for leadership.
Yeah, I really like that. I've always had a thing. So my first favorite Met was Todd Hundley, and then it jumped to Piazza.
Yeah, Piazza.
And then from there went to Beltran, and then now it's Lindor. But I have, obviously, with Hundley and Piazza, I have a thing for Mets catchers. So Alvarez, I think, is gonna be my next guy.
You got crushes, I see.
Yeah. Plus, he's got my last name too. So
yeah, you got to go with that. You got to.
Yeah. Now I don't have to get the custom jersey necessarily, unless I just want to throw my favorite number is 21, so that's what I usually.
Yeah, of course. That's the number I grew up playing with. I grew up when I played football. I played baseball. I played basketball. Basketball wore number 3, but whenever I played football, because I was always a cornerback, I was always a fast kid, so I played corner, safety, 21, and baseball was a center fielder, so I played 20. I always rocked 21 no matter what.
Nice. I hear the birds chirping out. You out in the country?
I'm in the yard, bro. I'm in the city, man. Look, in the city,
Oh, okay.
Just in the yard, it's trees, so the birds are just annoying. And
I usually shoot my videos outside, but it was getting dark, so I decided to come.
I'm an hour behind you, bro. I'm an hour behind you.
Yeah, I'm still on East Coast time. So, what are your thoughts on the current squad?
Well, I mean, up until this last week, I didn't think they were in the tank, but I felt like they needed a change because it just seemed like I mean, we can't we can only go by what we see. We can't, you know, it's a matter of assumptions because we ain't in that clubhouse.
Mhm.
But it just seems like everybody was complacent. Everybody was just whatever, you know. It just didn't seem like there's any fire. And then up until they brought up the young guns, it seemed like that lit a spark, that lit a match, that lit something in this team that was lacking. I'm not saying they're the saviors. We can't look at them because they're rookies. They're gonna struggle. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But it just seems like it just you know how you need that little it factor. It just seems like it lit the fire for them, and it's right now baseball is a game of ebbs and flows, right? So you're never as bad as you look. You're never as good as you look. So
Exactly.
I think it's a playoff team, but it all depends on pitching, man. It's going to come down to pitching. I mean, you've seen the current streak. You had Senga go 6. You had McGill go 6. You had Scherzer, Verlander. They all went 6. The only one that got lit up was Cookie,
Cookie.
but they had his back. But with Quintana coming back, I mean, who's to say how long Cookie's going to be in the rotation?
Yeah,
But
that's true.
it's pitching, and then the bullpen. You've seen Ottavito struggling. I mean, Robertson's been solid pretty much. I just don't like um, Buck's management of the bullpen. It seems like sometimes you're bringing in these guys, these Leons, these Bringhams, these guys. I mean, you're bringing them in to close games, and a lot of times, it backfires on them, and it 2-1 game turns into 5-1, and then they're in the hole even more. But again, you can't keep going to the same guys 24/7 either. So
Yeah.
we'll
I
just see
think
what happens. Buckonomics, like my man says.
yeah, yeah, Keith.
Yeah, I got
Um
to quote him, Keith. Got you.
yeah, man. It seems like this year felt like last year everything Buck did worked for him. And this year seems almost like the opposite, like he's struggling a little bit. Um that could change. The more we win, I guess he doesn't look as bad. Like we all complain about the lineups and whatnot, but he threw out a couple lineups there that looked suspect, and we still won the game. So as long as we win, I don't really care. But I do want to see the kids play as much as possible.
No,
And
but
from
as far as like the lineups go, I mean everything that I don't know if he's got a Twitter. I don't know if Cohen's in his ear. I don't know what, but everything that the fans been asking for, they have been asking for the lineup change, drop Marte down, bring McNeil up, play Beatty, play Alvarez. Switch the lineup up. Vogelback sit down, even though he's playing whatever, but or hasn't really been, I should say. But everything that the fans been clamoring for, it's been happening with the lineup. But then again, who cares if you score 8-9 runs if you're giving up 10?
yeah,
So everything comes down to pitching. And then last year he had that rabbit in the hole. He had Diaz, Diaz was unstoppable last year. So
yeah,
that saved his ass a lot.
yeah. We've been lucky so far. Robertson has been pretty damn good. Ottavino's been up and down a little bit lately. Yeah, it's the fact is he has to use them a lot too because our guys up until recently haven't gone more than 5 innings, so
Yep.
they might be a little tired already. So
Yeah, and they're older.
Yeah, we got a lot of older guys. The team itself is, now we got those young guys, but overall the team's pretty old.
Yeah, your stars though, your big star, you're like what? McNeil's what? 29, 28?
Yeah, most of them are like late
27.
20s, early 30s.
Yeah, 28 for Lindor. Yeah, they're an older team. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, to me, like the Cannas of the world and guys like that are guys I just don't want to see play, but Buck seems to like them.
Canna was pretty clutch last year, and
He was.
And Canada's at bats last year were a hell of a lot different than this year. You know who he looks like? I can't believe I'm saying this. This year, grounded in double plays, constantly, behind the fastball. He's looking like McCann, man.
You know what? That's a good point.
He does.
He does look like he took over from McCann.
Watch him. He's constantly late. He's not working accounts like he did. If you look at go back last year and look at his average average pitch per at bat last year, right? It was at least seven, seven at least. Now, I mean, 3 pitches, boom, he's gone.
Yeah, I feel like that's the team in general is swinging a lot earlier this year. They're even Nimmo, like he's still good and he's doing good things, but he's not as quite as patient as he was last year.
He's just been real. Like Nemo's been on a, a one for 96. Then he's like 28
Yeah,
for
he's streaky.
30. Yeah, real. That like he's just you don't ever know what to expect with him. But I mean, it's Nemo. Nemo's a good player, man. You can't get on him.
Yeah, this team got, in my opinion, they have the players necessary definitely to make the playoffs. I feel like they're going to need to make a trade or two at some point to like get us over the hump to maybe compete for a World Series, but we'll see. It's still early, still only May, so a lot can happen. Health.
No, they need a deal. They need deals. I mean,
Yeah.
but the thing is who's going to trade with them? I mean, you and do you trust the GM?
I don't. But
you traded Holderman for. I don't even want to bring him up. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's a new year.
Let it go. Just let
let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe this year will be different. Who knows? I don't. It's hard to tell.
It just seems like teams like I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or whatever, but it just seems like teams like they want to fleece the Mets. Like you give me your 36 best prospects and we'll give you our fucking bench bat. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just seems like it. It just seems like teams just don't want to deal with Cohen, and it looks like it. Like I seen people putting out hypothetical trades for with the White Sox. White Sox will never deal with the Mets. They never will.
It's hard to see. Like I could see the Mets trying to do a deal just because the White Sox suck and they're gonna hope. I mean, you would think they're gonna sell their squad, but that owner doesn't like Cohen anyway, so I don't know. It's hard. You would think you would try to put your best team, the team's best interests before your personal crap, but who knows?
Yeah.
So you have any? Go back a little bit to background as a Met fan. You have any kids? Are they growing up Mets fans or nothing like that?
My son is.
Your son is.
Yeah, my son, my baby. She's, she runs around the house saying "Let go, man," but she ain't there yet. My two other girls, nah, no, you know what? My oldest, my daughter, she's probably the biggest Met fan out of everybody. She became a Met fan. We were watching a game. We were watching a playoff game. The wild card game in 2016 with the Giants and the Mets.
Oh,
and she was like, Dad, I have to go there. That crowd is just so crazy. And ever since then, like she's just been Met fan, like watch WBC with me. She's probably the most.
Nice. How old is she?
Shit, 21.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, my little girl, I only have one. She's 6, and she'll say "Let's go Mets," and like she'll sit with me for like an inning or two, but I can't get it. Hasn't grabbed her attention yet. I have taken her to games, and most of the time she's like just looking for the mascot and whatnot. But
yeah, just get her playing, man. Get her playing, and then she'll,
Yeah, she likes to play ball, and she'll toss the ball around, and like I feel like the older she gets, like the little more she gets into it. So. And I'm putting her in Mets gear all the time, no matter what. So she's a Met fan regardless, whether she owns it or not.
I put all my hats on my baby, and she just runs around the house in them and stuff. Oh yeah,
yeah. She used to do that when she was little. Yeah, it's interesting because around where I live, there's no people around here aren't even baseball fans, to be honest. Like. I think the Pirates suck so much that nobody cares.
You got electricity over there?
How you think I'm doing this?
Oh, you might have a generator. I don't know.
I got a generator, yeah. No, but no, there's no baseball fans around here. Everybody's into football, so it's like Steeler country or Browns.
Steeler and probably college football too.
Yeah, they big on Pitt, Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting just because I love baseball so much, and I come from a baseball city, obviously, but around here, just
Let me ask
nobody
you a
cares.
question. I don't mean to flip the tables on you,
No, it's
but
all good. Go
how the hell did you end up over there?
ahead. Well, I mean, I guess I could tell this. I don't know if I want to tell the whole story, but basically, long story short,
Synopsis.
synopsis. All right, I'll give it to you. Way back in 2000 and late 2005, I was online just playing games. There was this website you could play like checkers and whatnot.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And one night, this girl was on there, and you could chat. So I just typed what's up, and we started talking. Ended up talking like every night after that.
That's what's up.
And then eventually, like, I knew she was from out here, so she was going to college, and I knew she was never going to move to the city.
Yeah.
So I just decided one day on a whim, basically, to freaking pack my bag. I had like a duffel bag, and I packed it up, and I just came out here, and
And
I've been
look,
here
and
ever
you've been
since.
good ever since, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, man?
So
The craziest stories and the craziest shit usually have the best endings, man.
yeah, man, it worked out luckily. So now I got a little girl, and everything's cool, and our
That's what's
fourth
up.
our 14th wedding anniversary is in like 2 weeks, so we're going down. The Mets are actually in town. We're going down to Pittsburgh and gonna spend the weekend, and
Nice, nice.
so yeah, it'll be cool. I sprung for seats right behind home plate for one of the games, so
What is it? What does it cost over there?
it's not too bad to be honest. Like
I haven't
seats
been to
on the
PNC in fucking years, bro.
seats on the 100 level, I could get, depending on secondary market, I could get them for like 30-40 bucks. Um, behind home plate was like closer to like 200, but that comes like with food and drinks and all that crap. So
Tick pick, bro. Tick pick. Pretty
yeah,
good.
man, tick pick is good. That's what I use for one of them, and
Yeah,
I
because
think
in Milwaukee, I was just sitting downstairs. I was like right behind the Mets dugout, like 8 rows
mhm.
up, 9 rows up, like 57 a pop.
Yeah, man, it's not
At
bad.
Wrigley is bad.
A lot more, yeah, yeah. But like you said, Wrigley's a tourist trap, so they're gonna try to get. They know that, so they're gonna try to get that money.
Yeah, because you go to Wrigley, and then, or if you go to the Sox game, Sox is way cheaper than Wrigley.
I haven't noticed. I don't know. Maybe I just don't pay close enough attention. Do they still do the seats like on the houses across the street from
Yep,
Wrigley? They
yep,
still do that?
yep, yep.
Nice.
That's a money grab, man. They're gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember back when I first started watching, that was just somebody's crib and they just put like chairs up there and they were watching the games.
Yep.
They probably sold that for good money.
Yeah, I've been up there. It's pretty cool. I mean, everybody, it's a party. Like when you go to Wrigley, like everything Wrigleyville around there, all that whole area is cool as shit because it's all bars. You got dispensaries if you smoke or whatever, and then but it's just a big ass party. Even if you don't go to the game, you can go to the bars around the area. It's just a party, man. What they
Nice.
need the current city into.
That's what that city would be cool if they had something like that. So what about Milwaukee? Does Milwaukee have like a similar thing? I mean, I know it's not
Nah,
the same, but
nah.
no.
Milwaukee's park, like the tailgating, probably the tailgating they're best known for, and then
Okay.
I'm trying to think like as far as the area around there, nah, because it's like in the middle of just it's like in the middle of nowhere pretty much, and then
Okay.
you got a lot of bars in the area that'll shuttle you there, like you go to a bar and you even just have one beer and they got the shuttles and they'll take you to and from the game, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean Milwaukee got a nice little thing. They got a nice little thing going over there, but like I'd prefer to go to Wrigley or City, I prefer that.
You ever been to any other stadiums or just those?
I've been to
Well, you said PNC, but
PNC once, long time ago. Went with pops. It was for Roberto Clemente and where else? Fenway, Oriole Park, Camden Yards, whatever. Shea, Yankee, both Yankee stadiums, unfortunately. City, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've been to a few. Candlestick when it was Candlestick.
oh wow.
I never got to go to Oracle. Where else? The old Miami Park. Not when it was not Truist, not the newest one. Some whatever the hell it was.
Turner
Sun,
Field or SunTrust Park or
yeah,
whatever.
SunTrust. The stadium right before this one. Um,
Yeah, I actually been to the new one. That let me tell you, if you want to go to an area around the stadium to have a good time, bro, that's the spot. They
oh,
have
I
all
heard.
kinds of bars and
Yep,
restaurants and
yep.
everything. I went for a game. I got there early in the afternoon. It was a 7 o'clock game. I was lit by the time that
Bet.
game started because you could just walk to all the bars and just grab a drink and go.
See, I work for I work for a beer company, and
Oh,
uh,
nice.
it's for Molson Coors, right? And then like if I were because we make the Terrapin beer, and Terrapin got a spot inside of Sun Truist. So
Cool.
if I could pretty much but I don't like IPAs. It's not my thing. But
Mhm.
I can pretty much go down there and just boom, just get whatever the hell I want. Because I think they got a brewery inside of the stadium for them.
Oh
That's
wow.
what I heard anyway.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I just drank outside of the stadium and I was pretty lit up by the time I got inside.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother told me about that because my brother. He stays in Chattanooga now,
Okay.
so he goes whenever the Mets go to Atlanta. It's like an hour and change drive for him, so he'll go down to Atlanta to watch the games.
Nice.
He's worse. He's terrible, man.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been nice talking, nice getting the perspective from someone in the Chicago, Milwaukee area. Anything you want to say before we get off here?
And I just want to continue to see this consistency. Just you don't gotta. We ain't gonna get five in a row. We ain't gonna get this, but just win the series. Just keep winning series. That's it. Just keep winning series back to back to back. I mean, a sweep once in a while is nice, but just continue progressing. Want to see the arms keep doing what they doing, and let's go Mets.
Nice. That's couldn't have said it any better. So I appreciate you, my guy. Be glad to have you on another time as well, just to shoot the shit
Yeah,
to
yeah,
catch up on the season. Um, so yeah, before I sign off, just want to let everybody know, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel on YouTube at Amish Country Mets Fan. You can listen to this podcast on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple, whatever you can think of. I even stream it straight to Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, follow my guy Angel on Twitter as well at ALGGJR456. I just got it scrolling down the screen there.
yeah.
So
I'll be on serious shit. So yeah, y'all can just.
yeah, just follow my guy, follow me. I will have so this episode we're recording full disclosure, we're recording this on a Monday. This will probably drop on Friday. I got one more interview. I'm going to put you guys together. We're interviewing somebody. We're going to Colorado next, so I'm interviewing somebody out in Colorado.
That's what's up.
So it'll be a joint double interview. And yeah, man, thank everybody for watching. And thanks a lot, Angel. See ya.
Yo, like, subscribe, do all that. Support my man here. He's doing a good thing.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.